Hey there, and welcome back to Sea Power. Welcome back to the Anzac Spirit mission. In the previous part, I was able to eliminate a couple of vanguard ships from the Soviets, which are currently blockading New Zealand. And our Anzac ships here are going to run that blockade right open and send some relief ships to New Zealand. Unfortunately, there are still a couple of ships in front of us, including a Kinder-class missile cruiser. So we have some work ahead of us. Join me for the curious things that are going to be happening in this part. That really scares me. Keep dropping buoys, please. I don't really expect a submarine to be all the way out there with the rest of that group, but you never know. 37. We need far less than that. Yeah. Okay. Submarine then. In case you're not familiar with anti-submarine warfare, submarines have a sonar dome in the bow. That is capable of letting them know what stuff is out there. Their propeller on the back is making detection behind the submarine impossible. Or at least very, very difficult, unless they have a towed array, which is a large line of hydrophones trailing behind the submarine. So what I'm going to be doing is dropping a torpedo behind the submarine, making it so that it's impossible for him, or at least very difficult for him, to get a warning about that torpedo. Unless they have a towed array. But even then... Come again? I have my own torpedoes to worry about. Oh dear. Okay. Ahead flank, go below the layer. How did they detect me? I got counter-detected by an enemy submarine. That's unfortunate. My range circle is decreasing rapidly as I'm trying to push my submarine as quick as possible without having a nuclear boat. So my battery is going to be draining pretty quick. Pop a noisemaker. I'm going to try and cover both of these conflicts at the same time, but it might be a little tricky. We're 0.4 miles out. The submarine is not changing its course much. It's not changing its speed. So I'm assuming it doesn't know that it's been detected, let alone attacked. Crap, the Otama's been hit. Damage report. Yeah, everything's fucked. That's the damage report. Surface. We got flooding in 3 compartments. We still have torpedo tubes, but we don't have control systems, I think. Well, kind of. Let's shoot back along the line of bearing. And then if I get lucky... It's gonna take this thing too long to get here, essentially. Let's just do a snapshot of where that torpedo came from. Roger that. We'll go. Whip it away. And one activates sooner. If this submarine sinks, which is entirely likely, I will at least have returned the favor. I will have launched my own torpedoes. And hopefully, that's going to make it very difficult for the enemy submarine. We've got noisemakers there, that's not really a problem. You're out of range, unfortunately. Okay, give me an ASW, Bert. And ideally, I'm going to have another one. Adelaide. Second ASW. You're 25 miles out. Really? You are one bold helicopter, sir. Can't shoot out that far. You can. Wait, is that not the same missile? I guess not. Air defense, weapons free. Status? Our torpedo has seemingly missed the target. There's the target. Get back here. It's getting a bit hectic underwater here. Do we dump all the torps? Yeah, we got all 6 of them out. Otama is surfaced. Esk. Poor submarine. I thought they fixed this. She's not dead, is she? No, she's not dead. But soon she will be. My brave crew are still reloading the torpedo tubes. I think that's the least of their worries at this point. But I'm glad they're still valiant in their efforts. Ah, it's an Echo 2. And the torpedo has not acquired. That's a dangerous sub, because that is capable of launching cruise missiles. If those cruise missiles happen to go after my escorts, or rather my escortees, I'm going to be in trouble. We have a Standard missile originating from, I think, Perth. Yeah, she's one short. Launching against that K-27. Are they already popping missiles of their own? Not as of yet. Good. I think we're in a pretty bad state. Heavy flooding. Yeah, she's going to be dead. That sucks. I was looking forward to torpedoing that whole formation, and now we're not getting any opportunity like that. Range, 0.8 miles. Sorry, 0.08 miles. We're right on top of him. Need to get a little bit more range from him, or this will not work. Come around and re-engage. Again, we're going to try and approach from behind so he doesn't know that there's a threat. You. Let's go move towards the Otama. This other helicopter I'm going to vector northeast. I'm not so sure if I'm going to be able to get the job done here. Have we acquired? Location that Echo is no longer accurate. Yeah, he's still dropping noisemakers. He's getting worried. Multiple submerged submarines? No, that's just noisemakers that you're picking up. Drop another sonar buoy. I think we might... No, the torpedo bypassed it. Fine. Weapon Seeker is potentially going to detect it. But we're trying to look for a target in 3 dimensions, which will make this more difficult. Go drop another, and then you can RTB. Surprised you're not dead yet. They're trying to emergency surface, but seemingly not doing a great job at it. I hope that enemy submarine's still out here, or that it's going to be making a lot of noise. I don't know if this submarine is going to be able to detect that, though. Given my bad state of affairs here. Yes, yes. No idea where the bastard is. Now I have to wait for that other sea sprite to get here. 7031, classified as a hostile submarine. No, sorry, as a hostile missile. Give me a minute. Yeah, we got incoming missiles. That is unfortunate. Okay, formation orders. Light the skies up. Air search. Because it's that damn helicopter. There we go. That damn helicopter has ruined the whole thing. And I could not engage it, because it was too far away. Or I missed the first shot. I'm not sure which one it is, but... let's get rid of it now. Yeah, it's 8 missiles. It's SSN-3s. It's most likely... Really? No, sir. It's most likely gonna... That helicopter's animation is weird. Do they all have their blades stuck? Did all the helicopters suddenly bug out? Oh, there we go. Nope, there we don't. The fuck? Okay, my healers are doing some weird things today. Yes, Adelaide. There's vampires. Let's go deal with them, shall we? You're picking them up, but they're still too low. No, they're not too low. You're out of range. Might not be able to illuminate with your laser or with your radar. There we go. Intercepted one. Perth has a torpedo in the water. What? Come again? No torpedo is going to be able to hit me. What are you talking about? I have no idea what the Perth is picking up here. What is going on with my game today?
Vampire, bearing, birds away, track 7037.
It's doing all sorts of weird shit. At one time speed, the missiles freeze in midair? Theirs do and mine don't? This is something new. I can just hit pause on enemy missiles? If I run it at one time speed. Click, stop your missile. And mine are gonna keep going. This is bizarre. The hell? Okay. What? What? Just... I think the game is going completely bananas at this point. Because something sunk the Kinder. Something sunk the Krivak. It was not me. The... even the Oodaloy's underwater now? Oh. That's a neat trick. Is that coming off of you? Melbourne's detecting missiles or ghost torpedoes or something. Surface the ship, surface the ship. Now this is some shit that Davy Jones can still learn a thing or two from. Why are you dropping torpedoes? Oh, you're snapshotting against my dead submarine. Okay. Let's see. I still count 6 torpedoes. So it's not my torpedoes that sunk your ships. That's the Oodaloy? What? Are you throwing torpedoes in the water or are you getting shot at? I have no idea what's going on with this game anymore. Our Mark 46s are still looking for that sub, unsuccessfully so. And our other helo should be out there. Yeah, en route. Wow. You're throwing noisemakers out? Because you're worried you're getting torpedoed, aren't you? Wait a second, we're picking you up on radar? Whose radar? From the... oh, from the P3. Right, okay. Now I'm starting to at least get a sense of what's going on. And I also had one helicopter going out southeast. I think it was you. To try and hunt down that submarine that cost me my sub. Weird and wonderful things today. I seem to have acquired another submarine. Unfortunately, the only helicopter close enough to actually be able to engage it is not capable of engaging it. This is that helicopter that's still armed with the penguins. But, seeing as I'm running out of fuel? Who needs fuel anyway? How? Okay, this thing apparently doesn't have a fuel gauge. Oh, now it does. Never mind. I guess it was bingo. The fuel gauge is probably so small that I couldn't actually detect it anymore. Anyway, we're going to have to hunt this thing down. I'm not sure exactly how this thing was able to detect the Otama. If it was, it might also just have been an airdrop torpedo. The UGMT-1. So, I guess... Oh, you don't carry helos, do you? But the Udaloid does. Still no clue how those things went down. I guess I got picked up by some sonar. I just don't know which one. I kind of doubt it was this one. Unless it has an extremely good sonar and it got lucky with detection through conversion zones, much like I did. Speaking of, I'm currently outside of the range of the first sonobuoy, so at the moment I can't really pick it up. But we're acquiring the sonobuoy now. And there he is again. Hello, good sir. Have you forgotten about me? Because I sure haven't forgotten about you. And I wonder if you still have enough noisemakers left to populate the place so much that my torpedoes get confused. I rather doubt it. How do we pick this thing up? Sonobuoy. Okay. So it's a Charlie 2, a Charlie 1, or a Victor 3. Understood. Any other helos available? Yes. Let's launch ASW loadout. So far, none of my ships have been hit, not by any of those ghostly torpedoes, nor by any of the missiles. And seeing as the Kinda's gone, their biggest threat is gone. That still does leave them with the Udaloy, which is very capable of defending itself, but not necessarily capable of going on offense that well. So that might be a very interesting thing to kill, because it's very good at defending itself and the rest of its fleet. But those missiles on the bow got a 27-mile range. They're not that special. First things first, though. We got a helicopter here, and we got a submarine to hunt. Submarine's still running around at 10 knots for some reason. Changing course as well. I would expect them to clear the datum, to just get out of dodge. But they're not doing that. So, odd choice, but hey. On their heads be it. We should have another helicopter out and available. Send it forth. Looks like it might still be a little bit of a long mission, as we still have to sail the whole relief force over there. Which is going to take them 21 hours. My god, can you speed up a little bit? There you go. Now we're doing about 18 hours. But let's say we're going to have to get here. That's a little better. 14 hours is still a long time, but okay, we'll deal with it. Maybe the good mission creator actually added a trigger that says, hey, if everything else is dead, the mission completes instantly. I'm really hoping that is so. The new torpedo speeds through the water, trying to catch up to that Echo 2, and hopefully this time around actually acquire it and eliminate it. At this point, I'm fully expecting this submarine to be aware, but he's not showing any signs of awareness just yet, whereas my torpedo has definitely acquired its mark. Can we, this time around, get rid of that submarine? Looking pretty good. It's not making any evasive action. I'm not sure if he knows. I'm not sure if he has any noisemakers left. But it could very well be good night for him. Right on the stern. Propulsion's knocked out. I have a second torpedo, so it might as well. See what he's going to do. Holding at 400 feet. Seeing as he can't dodge, he's basically going to be screwed. Weapon away. You can RTB. Before you'd go, though, drop another sonar buoy.
Contact faded. Track.
He's still holding 400 feet. That's impressive. So he's either controlling his flooding, or he's sealed off the whole stern compartment, making sure that no additional buoyancy can be impacted in the boat. This, however, might remove the stern altogether, if only that was possible in the model of the boat.
Track. 7061.
Please don't make me send out another helicopter after you. Just be a good little submarine and sink. Time to attack that Charlie 1, Charlie 2, or Victor 3. I'm still not sure what it is, but it's Soviet, it's hostile, it has to go. The attack plan is going to be slightly different this time around. I'm going to go after him, like literally, I'm going to try and pursue him with a Mark 46. Once his propulsion's been successfully knocked out, I'm going to attack him from preferably the side on to not, I don't know, let's say oversaturate the damage on one compartment, if that's a factor, and make sure that it actually sinks, because the submarine up here, all the way to the north, is still... Oh, now they're going down. Finally. Now they might be flooding. We might be seeing an emergency blow in a minute, but for now, this is it. Submarine appears to be unaware of the threat. Half a mile out. Torpedo has gone active. Can we actually detect the guy? Or is he too deep? You're at 100 feet. He's at 260. You should be able to detect that. Half a mile. It's a Charlie 2 SSGN. So you, my friend, also come with your own cruise missiles, huh? SSN 9s. 75 miles. If he wanted me dead, he could have had a pretty good try. Oh, he's acquired. Charlie 2, seemingly oblivious. I think we're gonna get him. Hit him again. Best double tap the guy. Hopefully this one will knock out his propulsion, and then all he has left is noisemakers. Okay, a second torpedo. Coming in from a 90-degree different vector. Hit. That was a noisemaker. Better late than never. No, dude. You're going to have to look for your target slightly deeper than that. Yeah, that looks more promising. Don't have the submarine anymore. There you are. Still doing 10 knots. Did not succeed in knocking out his propulsion, unfortunately. But is it going to matter? I doubt it. I doubt it. Because he's going to get hit again. Soviet subs might be tough, but they're not that tough. What the fuck? Okay, that was unexpected. Why did you suddenly change course? He popped a noisemaker behind himself. What is going on? Are you just gonna do a victory lap or something? Like scare the crew into a heart attack? No, you actually went for a noisemaker that you couldn't possibly have seen? Come on. I feel cheated. I was right on top of him. He's still... Turn port. Gameplay thing, I think. Let's go. You were standing by. Now you can come off standby and actually go on offense. He is... Depth 470. You're still not dead? Wow. Not the good kind of wow. I'm kind of disappointed in my 2 torpedoes. But I'm not necessarily going to write it up to the torpedoes. It's possible that the game is currently going through such a buggy situation that none of the weapon systems really know what they should be damaging and not damaging. And I mean, we had the mystery sinking of the Kinder. I had absolutely no part in that. Okay, we hit the helicopter. That's good. There's the noisemaker and the torpedo's speeding past. Depth 343. His depth 260. He's not even trying to change his depth. Okay, then. We'll hit you again. Once again, then. Live and in color. Another Mark 46 enters the fray. It seems to have directly acquired the target, immediately going on a course towards the submarine. Don't mind this noisemaker. Please don't mind this noisemaker. The submarine is all that counts. That guy right there. Although, currently we're not very accurate with our plots, I think. Get a sonar buoy deployed. Really? These guys are so lucky. 7072. Yeah, that's your noisemakers that I'm detecting. Engage. It should still be acquirable by the Mark 46. I think he might have them. He's changed course again. Slightly. I'm still going to drop that third torp on him. You have got to be kidding me. What the hell? What am I watching? And here's the third torp. Yes. Multiple submerged submarines. I don't think so. It's just multiple noisemakers. He's acquired. Let's see if this thing has a bigger brain than the rest of his friends. Finally! Finally! Boom! Go sink yourself. That is something he might not be able to recover from. At least such is my hope. Sydney, do you have another helo ready? Because I'm not trusting the fact that these things are dead when they say they're dead. Like, the guy over here is still not dead. Or at least, he's gone completely undetected. He might be a mission kill, he might not be a threat anymore. But the fact that I can't hear him is a bit concerning. Because normally you just get a nice little kill overview, like there with the Petya and the Krivak and Otama. So why I'm not getting that with that echo kind of confuses me. How did you not detect the submarine? That was my Mark 46 detonating, because it ran out of fuel. It is right there! Nope. Active sonar. Right on the nose cone of the torpedo. And it goes, oh, yes, that looks exactly like a submarine. Okay. RNG. It took another torpedo to do it, but finally the Echo is dead. I'm not sure how the guys survived 2 Mark 46s. Most of the time, one's enough to force him to the surface and flooding becomes uncontrollable. This guy survived 2. Unfortunately, did not survive 3. But we're not done with our submarine hunt just yet, because the other guy is still there. He has also not sunk, so there is yet another helicopter en route to try and deal with this guy. In the meanwhile, we are closing the distance towards these Soviet ships. Unfortunately, I don't really have a good detection on them at the moment. So, with the last bit of our fuel, let's try and gain some altitude and see if it's possible to already start launching missiles at them. I don't think it is, because they were detected about last 82 miles out. So we still have range. And... yeah. The more observant among you might be going, hold on, why can you see all of this? Well, in the previous part, the mission was pretty bugged, so I went into F10, which is the dev menu, and over there you can see the AI. And I was checking to see if the echo had been bugged, because sometimes that is possible. Sometimes units just get stuck. And that's also why you can see that I can now give orders to this ship, which is not something I will do. The AI is going to maintain its orders for it. I'm going to see what I can do about eliminating it. At the moment, not much yet. So again, we have to wait until we close the distance with both our helicopter and our surface units. Weapon away. Let's see how lucky this guy is, because he too has survived 2 torpedoes. I'm not sure if they changed the damage model in the latest version of the game, currently running stable 118. But submarines taking 2 to 3 torps to sink is new. At least it is for me. Let's see if this guy is also going to go down after his 3rd, or he's going to pull another magic reverse Uno card and throw this torpedo off of him like it's not even there, like he did in a minute ago. This time around, he looks to be not so lucky. His sub looks pristine. Didn't I hit this thing? Yeah, on his starboard side. Now he pops a noisemaker. That's a little late, Sunshine. Again, I will be able to see the controls of this sub. But I'm not going to actually influence them. But I can see is his damage control. Yeah. His weapon system is destroyed, his heavy hull damage, moderate flooding. I doubt this gun is going to survive for much longer. Finally. Nevertheless, let's keep the helicopter close, because this is one guy who has been extremely lucky. But, there you go, there's the emergency blow. The emergency surface is not working. His crew is going to either survive in air pockets for another couple of minutes, or get crushed. And rather, both, likely. Not sure what the crush depth is on this thing, but it's gone. Okay, finally. So now we only have to worry about at least one more warship. Potentially nah, I was going to say potentially 2, but definitely not 2. You still got fuel, right? You have a spotter. Congratulations on your new tasking. 46 miles. 71 miles is what we have to the surface ships. Seeing as this is an Udaloy with very, very good self-defense capabilities, we're probably going to have to throw 8 to 10 harpoons at it just to make sure it goes down. And thankfully, we have lots of them. 70 miles. Come on. We lost him. There you are. Seeing as one of my ships was on weapons free, we already have the first couple of missiles flying. I'm going to now also tell the other ships to go weapons free. And this should cause a nice little missile storm, as all of these ships are going to start throwing missiles at the target. At least such is the plan. Salvo 2. So promptly none of them actually shoot. Sometimes this game makes little sense. Brisbane, are you reloading? You're engaging, but you're idle. But you're engaging. There we are. Canberra's preparing to launch. Brisbane's preparing to launch. Perth, you have already spent 2 missiles at it. Let's spend 2 more. It's a weird position for that missile launcher right amidships. Not that big a fan of that location for the missile launcher, because it means your ship has to change position relative to the rest of the formation ships. It has to change course. Okay, we got 6 harpoons out. Plus 2. Plus 2. Do not go weapons free, weapons tight. Brisbane, shall we continue on our course? See, these ships are going all the way broadside and just abandoning their course in order to launch missiles. Even for an Udaloy, that should be hard to dodge. Good. We're making some progress, finally. Now let's see how well he's going to defend himself. Interestingly, we're picking him up on our radar. He's not using his own. That is a risk. Especially as harpoons are very difficult to detect. 15 miles out. 13 miles out. 11. 9. 8. You can see the ship right there. 6. 5. There you go. Now he's shooting back. He's aware. He's activated his radars just now. I think he VID'd those missiles and then activated all his systems. So now he's going to be aware of the fact that there's a whole lot more from where that came from. And he intercepted one. I'm expecting him to intercept a lot more. This thing is going for chaff. This is not even going to bother going for the ship. Don't worry, buddy. We got more. I do think this is the last surface combatant that they have. I think everything else is gone. "13 miles out.
Air. Contact detected.
New ESM. Oh, there's still a helo out there. We're still picking this thing up somehow. Have at him. 8 miles out. I'm always impressed with these ships because their launching capability is so good. These Odaloys. Let's just watch the show for a bit.
Track 7090 is classified. Hostile helo.
That was a close intercept. And another. Look at that VLS going after these missiles. Unfortunately, he's not really getting all of them. I mean, unfortunately for him. Oh, he got it. It also comes with CWIS, does it not? Yes. 4 of them. How many SAN-9s you got left? 40. 37. Missed. I got 5 harpoons left. This is just one destroyer. This is how impressive these destroyers are. Intercept it. Ooh. Up. The problem with these harpoons is once one gets through, it's pretty much GG. Because then either your systems have been badly damaged and you cannot detect the missiles, or you cannot guide your own missiles, or you're gonna find that your damage control cannot control the damage quick enough to get those systems, which are still functional at the moment, functional for long enough. They will eventually fail. Three harpoons ought to do it. There's 2. And you missed. Oh, come on. How did we do? You're still trying to... He's still trying to intercept the missile. Okay. Damage control. Moderate hull damage. Most of his radar systems have been destroyed. His engine's been badly damaged. His propulsion is destroyed. But the SAN-9s are still engaging. If they are. I think, however, this ship is going to get doomed by the fire. Oh, you're still shooting, are you? My bad. Yep, there's the magazine going up. Magazine destroyed. Inoperable, the SAN-9. So the last of these missiles should go through unchallenged. And I think that is all of it, right? We got... There's 2 Kindas out there? That's one dead. That's the other dead. This would have been a formidable task force to defeat. Krivac. There's another Udloy out there? Yeah, he's right behind the objective. Oh. Okay. So we still have to eliminate one more. Okay, let's go do that then. As it turns out, this Udloy is just running away. Now, I've decided that I'm not going to fully complete this mission because I don't like the way that the triggers are set up. Hear me out. The way that I usually make my missions is that if you have successfully eliminated all of the hostile units, you'll be able to complete the mission instantly. I don't make you travel all the way to a certain point, for example. However, in this case, the mission has two triggers. One is a red win, which means the red forces win, in which case unit destroyed, so my task force is destroyed, which means that the Tobruk, basically all the resupply ships, are gone. The relief force is dead. In that case, task force 1 red win message, it's the victory for the enemy. End the mission. Got that. For me, it's just relief force objective. Basically, get a unit in the area, set to active, and it has to be one or somewhere in that radius. I'm not going to sit here for the next 2 hours or so waiting for my units to actually make it out here. Even at 20, 50, maybe 100 times time acceleration, it just takes too long. Because the game doesn't actually run at such a time. So, I'm claiming victory. I'm not going to completely complete the mission nor get the kill. But with all the weird stuff and funny stuff that has happened in this scenario, I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and I shall see you guys soon for another video.